would request I would request you guys to key in your phone numbers so that we can match it with the data. Just your name and phone number. So we'll just check it. Whose requirement is what exactly. So that would really help us. So we just need your phone number and your name to match it with the Excel. Okay, Swanand, you can get started. No issues.
Yep. Thank you, Ankush. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Swanand Varad, and we are starting Automation Anywhere training session. Uh, so this is a demo session for all of you. So this is open for all. So let's start with the introduction first. Okay, just here. Okay. So first of all, I will introduce myself. I'm Swanand Varad. I have around 9 years of experience in IT. Uh, in Out of 9 years, I started my career as a .NET developer, where I work on website, then WPF, and then from 2017 onwards, I started my career as a RPA developer. So I got my training in Automation Anywhere itself at a Baroda location. I have around like 7 years of
ఐదు ఈరోజు నంద్యాల లంగడి పెట్టినాడు ఈరోజే
someone forgot to turn off their mic. Just okay. So I have around 7 years of experience in Automation Anywhere. So I automated around 40 plus bots, or you can say 40 plus process. Some of those are repetitive, but there are some difference in automating those processes. From last 2 years, I'm working on Automation Anywhere, as well as I'm working on Power Automate and Power App. So anyway, we need to learn multiple technologies. So that's why I'm learning Automation Anywhere. So means working on Automation Anywhere, as well as working on Power Automate and Power Apps. I'm Automation Anywhere Advanced and Master certified. So Automation Anywhere, they provide their certification. If we are the partner, means if that certification are free for some people, like their organization are tied with the Automation Anywhere, like a partner. So in that situation, they get a free Automation Anywhere. So in my previous organization, I completed my certification in Automation Anywhere. So there are both advanced and master certification. So that's all about me. I work on a very old version, like a 9.7. So that I will explain those all version in detail in our later session. So when Automation Anywhere they started their first version, like 1.0, so it was not much more stable. But after that, from version 8.0, it became the stable version. So I work on the 9.7. It was one of the stable version in 2016-17. So I started my career from that version, and there are a number of version and advanced feature added by Automation Anywhere till now. So I will explain all those versions in the market, what are the benefit, what kind of architecture they use while building that Automation Anywhere tool for us. Okay, so that's it about me. Now taking a little bit time. Okay, so what is RPA? The first question is, what is RPA? What do you know about RPA? So when I ask this question to the people, they are a little bit confused about that. Robotic process automation means there are some hardware bot, or like it will like some mechanical bots. But RPA is a simple software program, okay, that we call as a bot, and that can automatically execute rule-based logic. Rule-based means we code and we write some logic using different programming language or Automation Anywhere tool. So right now we are saying RPA tools. So RPA tools are built based on the different programming languages, like UiPath built on the .NET framework. Then Blue Prism built on the .NET framework. If we are using that automation anywhere, initially it was built on the .NET framework. Now it's built on the Java framework. So each and every tool, they built on some programming language. Using that tool, we are automating processes. Means at the end, we are using software program to automate some processes or to perform some tasks. Okay, so those tasks are the rule-based logic, and we mimic human actions such as opening email and attachment. Then we are logging into a web application. Like to log in into a web application, we need to enter username, password. Then moving files and folders, like we have some files at some specific location, like maybe it might be on FTP drive, C drive, D drive. Then we need to copy that or move the paste from copy from that location and paste into another location. So that kind of features are used in RPA. If you want to fill forms, so when I say a filling forms, like we have number of web applications, like then we have SAP, Salesforce, ERP kind of application where we need to enter information. So it might be a user information in different domain. Like just for an example, uh, uh, if we if any organization working in the insurance domain, so they have different kind of information which we need to maintain in specific application. It might be a Salesforce, Oracle application, Oracle EBS system, or SAP application. There are a number of ERP tool in the market which we can automate using RPA technology or any other programming languages. Guys, am I audible?
Yes. Yeah, you are audible. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yes.
someone just shared that message, send me message that not able to listen anything. Okay, no problem. Okay, so scrapping data from web. So when I say scrapping data from web means we read information from the web application, that we need to read some values, like there is name, some ID, some information which we need to get from the web application. Similar we can do with the desktop application, mainframe application, any Java based application. So we need that kind of information to read and put it somewhere like we need to put into the Excel file. Sometimes we need to uh, that dump the data into the database, like reading and writing database. So we need to add that information into the different database. So when I say a database, then we can connect with the all kind of database, like a SQL server. Then we have Oracle applications. We can use the Excel file as a database. That one of the most important feature we will use in our next few sessions. We can connect with the NoSQL database. We can use the Microsoft Access as a database. So we will cover all those database operations in our next session. Okay. If you want to calculate, so making calculation, we have some Excel file and there are some values which we need to calculate. So we can do that. If we have some amount in database in a specific column, we can calculate that based on condition. So we can write a logic using a uh, RPA tools or any programming languages. Okay. So extracting structured data from documents. So when I say extracting structured data means we have PDF file or we have some image file, and that's in a standard format, standard structure for each document. So suppose there are some invoice format or standard format. So we can read that information just like that invoice ID, date from, date to, then when we need to pay the amount. So there are a number of values into the invoice which we can extract using any RPA tool. Even we can use Python or .NET or Java to extract information from the different files. Okay, following decision that can be simply written in the form of if else then. So we can put the condition like just for an example, I need to process only those invoices where total amount is more than $10,000. So in that situation, we can only process that invoice. So such kind of condition we can add. So based on the requirement or client requirement, we can perform all those kind of. We can add on those kind of conditions and we can perform the task. Okay. So what are the benefits of RPA automation anywhere? Like RPA, we can say not only the RPA automation anywhere, but any automation. What are the major benefits of using RPA? So these are the key benefits of RPA, like increase efficiency and compliance. Correct. So in banking domain, insurance domain, or there are some organization, or like we can say in pharmaceutical. So they mostly work on the some R&D, research and development. So they need to maintain that information securely. Okay, they don't want to share in public. So that kind of compliance we can follow with the RPA tool. So that kind of features provided by the RPA. In banking sector, someone forgot to. So in that situation, we need to save that information into that at server side or client side. So we have different feature to secure that information. We use a uh, different technology to encrypt the data or decrypt the data. Even we have some vault kind of feature where we can maintain that information, and we can secure that information as per the client requirement. Then enhanced management capability. So enhanced management capabilities means we are giving different feature to the management. So if there are some people or like a group of people and they want to manage that specific bot and run as per their requirement, as well as they need some dashboard where they can see how many processes or how many records are completed today. Like they perform their task on daily basis manually, so they're well aware about that. But if bot is performing that kind of operation, so they need a dashboard. Like out of today they bot got like 100 different requests, and out of that 70, 80 or 90 performed successfully. In 10 there are some new scenarios which are not identified, or some different scenario which they need to handle. So that kind of dashboard we can create, or such kind of dashboard can be helpful to manage their information at their side. Okay, so this kind of feature provide help to understand the real-time scenario. So it will improve customer experience because it's already saving the time, and uh, RPA providing a proper information based on the condition with the dashboard. Okay, increase the degree of flexibility. When I say increase degree of flexibility, so we have multiple applications, like I said, that web application or desktop application. We use the API. So there are multiple application we can use together. So just for an example, I'm just giving us one of the big applications or big process I have automated for one of the top shipping and logistic organization. So there are very big processes. Very big process means like around 20, 30 people are working on the single module. So using automation anywhere, using a .NET and using other technology, we automated all those three processes. Like around 60, 70 people are working on those three processes. We developed that, and we use around 110 or 20 machines to run that process concurrently. Like 24/7. So such kind of big automation we can do with the RPA tool. So it gives like a degree of flexibility, then enhanced scalability of solution. As I said, um, we have automated where 110 or 120 people are working. So all three module are automated different technology where we use the automation anywhere version 10. We use the .NET framework to automate some application. So we use all those things, and using that, we successfully completed or automated that process. And then improved levels of agility. So when I say we need to develop agile application, and there are continuous improvement in application because we are automating application. There are web applications. I think someone yeah, sorry. Someone just open their mic open. Could you please just turn off your mic?
ये 2 साल से शिफ्ट हो गए हैं, ये मुझे सही बनकर लग नहीं रहा।
Just
2 साल में चेंज आ गया, हिस्ट्री हो गया सारा।
yeah, I think people forget to turn off their.
Swanand, you can mute everyone.
Yeah.
Except yourself, you can mute everyone.
Yes, I'm just doing that.
You can just check how we can do that.
Yeah, we need to take care of that. Okay, no problem. Okay, so we'll start with the history of automation. Like automation anywhere, founded in 2003 by Mihir Shukla, Ankur Kothari, Niti Mehta, and Rishabh Parwani. So they are the leading, that one of the leading RPA tool in the market. But initially, they, like you can see here, founding years 2003 to 2014. So when in 2017, when I say 2003, so that time they just started with the different web application. So they are not working with on the automation anywhere tool. They were working on the different ERP system, web applications. So from 2007, so whatever the information I'm sharing with you based on my so I'm connected with the different person which are part of automation anywhere itself. So I have few friends which was part of automation anywhere itself. So one of my friend was working in automation anywhere in 2007. So that time they just started developing that automation anywhere tool. Okay, so they started from 2007, like developing the automation anywhere tool for the customers. And from the 2014, I think they got their first client in 2014. And then they just developed their very stable version like 8.0. So that automation anywhere 8.0 was one of the stable version in the market. And they got some big client in the market like ANZ Bank, then Robert Bosch, Mars Global Services. So those are the top client of automation anywhere in between 2014 to 2017. So that whatever the information I'm sharing is based on the I was working with automation anywhere people, so that's why I know about this kind of structure, how they got that kind of opportunity. So from the 2014, they started their real automation anywhere or RPA, um, like I can say real leading RPA leading people. Before that, um, there are few RPA tool like Blue Prism was one of that RPA tool that time. There are like currently Microsoft Power Automate Desktop. It was known as a different RPA tool before that. So that one of the Win Automation. Yeah, Win Automation. I think Win Automation started in 2008. So Win Automation is one of the RPA tool that time in the market, which that Win Automation currently known as a Microsoft desktop application. So Microsoft acquired that organization, and now it's become Microsoft desktop RPA tool. Okay, now rapid growth and expansion. So from the 2015 to 2018, automation anywhere experienced rapid growth fueled by increasing demand for automation solution. Correct. So that time they got a number of customer based on the uh, technology they use and what kind of the number of features they provided with their automation anywhere version. So I started my career from version 9.7. So I know that what kind of features they provided. Even version 10 is one of the stable versions where they provided more secure feature. They launched in 2017. So it helped them to get a more customer, more client in the RP industry. Okay. Then introduction of enterprise grade solution 2019 and 2020. So before 2019, they use the automation anywhere version 1 to version 11. So all those versions are built on the top of .NET framework. Okay, so whatever the background logic they wrote to um, create that tool, so they use a .NET framework. But from 2019, they decide to convert that application into the Java framework. So as we know that Java is a we can say platform independent, so it can run on the .NET. We can say any Microsoft operating system, then Linux operating system, then Mac operating system. So in that situation, we need such programming language which support all kind of operating systems. So that's why they decided to go with the Java. And using Java framework, they built their automation anywhere 2019 version. So they launched in I think October 2019, they launched their 2019 version, and they provide some complex architecture where they provide IQ bot where we can access from the Google Chrome or any other browser. Okay, so that kind of introduction of enterprise grade solution they provided in 2019 or 2020. Okay, now innovation and AI integration like 2020 2021 to right now. So they are integrating artificial intelligence and machine learning capabilities. There, if we want to read information from the images or PDF documents, structured, semi-structured, unstructured. So such kind of feature they are providing with the machine learning and AI. Now market leadership and recognition. So automation anywhere is known as one of the top RPA tool in the market. So I will explain why automation anywhere is the top in the market, what kind of feature they are providing. They are competing with the other top RPA tool in the market like a UiPath, Microsoft Power Automate, UiPath. What are the different what are the major difference between all those RPA tools? So we will cover all those things in our next upcoming sessions. So right now, automation anywhere is one of the top RPA tool in the market. Now, future outlook, like what other things automation anywhere will add? What they are planning? What exactly they are doing right now? So that kind of topic we will discuss in our upcoming sessions. Okay, so features of RPA tool. So we are covering that feature of RPA tool. Why we need a RPA tool? We can automate application, web application or desktop application using Python, Java, .NET. So you heard about that, or some of the people are currently working in the automation testing, and they use the Selenium to automate a web application. Correct? So Selenium. Then there are some different tool like a QTP. So they use some scripting language to automate. There are a number of libraries provided by Python or DLL function or namespace provided by the .NET framework, Microsoft .NET. So using those DLL files or Python libraries, we can automate web application, desktop application. Uh, I hope you heard about that robot framework. It's part of Python programming. Using that, we can automate a number of applications. Okay, so why we need RPA tool if we can automate using a programming language, correct? So we before RPA tool, people were using such kind of programming language to do the small stuff. Okay, but with the automation anywhere, we got like a client server architecture. Then we got the analytics. Client server architecture, so it's helping to maintain all information at a centralized location, correct? So that's one of the client server architecture benefits, like we are connecting to the server, and number of people are using the same server. So that's one of the benefit we are getting with the automation anywhere, or UiPath, or Blue Prism. So those kind of RPA provide that kind of benefit here. Analytics. Analytics helping us to provide, maintain the proper information about the different user using the current system. Okay. Uh, like already we discussed that how if we have like 100 records, how many records we are completed, how many bots are failed, how many are completed successfully, how many like how much time they took to complete that specific time, to complete the specific process. So all that kind of information we can get using the dashboard, and that analytics feature is supported by the RPA tools, like UiPath also support, automation anywhere support. They have their own separate module where we can display the different result by passing some values to that analytics dashboard. Which one of the challenge with the Python or Java or .NET programming, we need to write a separate logic to display the dashboard. So that one of the major benefit we got with the RPA tool. Now scheduling. So we can schedule the bot with the RPA tool. That's very easiest stuff which we can do. We can run the bot at any time. So that one of the RPA benefit, we can schedule bot at 24/7 at any time as per the customer requirement. So customer globally work in a different time zone. So we need a scheduling feature where user can schedule the bot on hourly basis or daily basis or monthly basis, or they're based on some condition, we can schedule bot easily, correct? So if we are using Python programming or Java, then we need to write a separate logic to handle that condition as per the different time zone. So that one of the benefit we got with the RPA here. Then RP is a very scalable. We can, if there are new enhancement or new feature is added, we can easily add that specific, specific logic or specific component with the RPA tools. Like security is one of the feature. We can save credential and user related information on the server side. If user is requesting to maintain that information on their system or at a specific location, so we can encrypt, or and we can use the encryption methods like AES, DES. So we can use that kind of encryption method to save that information. Now version control. So version control is one of the big benefit which we are getting here with the RPA tools. Like if there are any change or any change requested by the customer or any enhancement, we need to do with the current development. So different RPA tools, like each and every RPA tool, they are maintaining their version control. They are maintaining their version at specific location. So that kind of feature is supported by the RPA tool, which was one of the challenge in the programming languages. Okay, so architecture of automation anywhere. Okay, so we started with the automation anywhere discussion. So what is the architecture of automation anywhere? So as I said, automation anywhere or most of the RPA tool are the client server kind of architecture. Okay. Now you can see control room. So control room is known as a server. Okay, the server side application. So when we use a client server, there are different client and single server applications, like a single server machine or single server system. Okay. Now you can see bot creator. So bot creator means the specific person, like or any person who is developing the bot or writing a logic to develop the bot. Okay, that's a bot creator who writes the logic, creates the bot, and once the development is completed, we deploy that code or logic into the control room. Okay, so control room is a server, bot creator is a client, bot runner is also client. So right now you can see we have the three different client or three different bot creator, and here we have three different bot runner. Okay, so using this bot creator, we write the logic and we deploy the code here, control room. Now from the control room, what we can do, we can schedule the bot. Okay, now you can see on the control room, we can see the dashboard, we can see the logs, we can see the activity. We have workload management feature, so I will explain workload and vault or scheduling other feature in detail in our upcoming sessions. But dashboard, logs, activity, that's workload, vault are very important part, and those part of a control room. Okay, now we are deploying bot on from bot creator to control room, and we are scheduling here on the control room. So as per the schedule, bot this control room automatically deploy the code into this bot runner machine. Why we need a bot runner machine? Because we need to as per our automation engineer feature, we are going to open that web application, then we have ERP application or mainframe application. So if we want to open that kind of application, so we need a machine or system. Okay, so that's why we need a bot runner. So bot runner is one kind of license or one kind of system where this bot will run, or that specific activity will run as per the schedule. Okay, now we have the three different bot creator, three different bot runner. Okay, so if we have three bot creator, it does not mean that we need a separate bot runner for each developer. Okay, so suppose this is the first bot creator, he developer automated that process. Okay, so our first bot creator writes some logic, he automated one web application, he extracted information from one website and now pasting that information into the Excel file. Okay, so to complete that process using that manually, what that specific person taking a 2 hour, but with the automation we are saving time and it's taking 1 hour. Okay, so if I'm using 1 hour on the specific machine, so my automation in your license and machine is available for 23 hours. Like out of 24 hours, I use the 1 hour to schedule the first bot. So I have remaining 23 hours to schedule the bot for other developer. Okay, so like other bot creator, they can write their code, write their logic, they deploy bot in a control room, and they can use a single bot runner to run their process. Only other bot runner will required if we don't have any space or any time slot to run our bot as per the client requirement. Okay, so just for an example, I have automated like around 10 bot for one of the pharmaceutical client. Okay, and I use only two bot runner to run the bots on two systems. So as per the client requirement and time slot availability, I use single bot runner license and single bot creator license and single bot runner to run the 10 processes. So this kind of benefit we can get here with the single bot runner. Okay, now logs. So logs is one of the good feature where we need to save the information when bot is started, when it completed their process, if bot failed, what are the reason. any internet issue or any other technical issue. So that kind of information we can save at a control room. So that one of the benefit we are getting with the client server architecture part. Then activity, what kind of activity perform? If we are this is our client machine. Okay, this bot creator is the client machine. This is runner machine. If I'm logging here with the username and credentials, so this kind of information we can save with that activity. Okay, whatever the activities are performed, like bot fail, bot completed, user login, all kind of the RPA tool, and that's one of the automation anywhere. So I will cover this specific topic in our upcoming sessions. What are the benefit of workload? So, I will just explain in simple here. So if I, I I automated one process and it taking like a complete around like 16 to 18 hours to complete that process. Okay, so I created first process and deployed on the bot runner one. Okay, and now there is one another process I want to run here on the bot runner one, but that bot runner one is busy with the different process. So my machine automatically will pick the second machine. So there are different scenario and different condition. Based on that, we can our control room deploy that specific code into the different machine. Okay, so that kind of feature or workload management is provided by the automation anywhere. So vault. So vault is like a credential vault. We can save that user related information or like production username and password. So those kind of information we can save with the that credential vault in automation anywhere. So when we deploy our bot in production environment, so that business user don't want to share that important credential like in finance or banking sector, they use a SAP or Oracle EBS and they want to save that information at client side without sharing with the developer or any developer team or support team. So we just provide access to them and they add their username and credential, which is automatically encrypted. So we cannot, if that specific credential is not visible to the anyone, it's automatically encrypted. And while running the bot, it automatically decrypted and it's automatically log into the system, enter that username and credential properly, and it will log in. But bot creator or any support person cannot see that specific username and password. So that one of the benefit of credential vault provided by the automation anywhere in their version 10. Before version 10, I don't think so there are that credential vault was part of that version. Okay. So what are the top RPA tools in the market? So automation anywhere is one of the top RPA tool in the market. UiPath is one of the top RPA tool. So it's known as the top RPA tool in the market from 2018-19. UiPath became top RPA tool in the market. Now automation anywhere. Now Microsoft Power Automate. So Power Automate become one of the top RPA tool in the market because it's a product of Microsoft, and they're providing a different feature with the like a cloud flows. So without any runner machine, I can just explain. Uh, so we need a runner machine with the automation anywhere or UiPath or a Power Automate desktop. But if we need to use a separate like API kind of feature, okay, so in that situation we don't need a separate runner machine or infrastructure to run that specific application on that machine. So that kind of feature provided with the Power Automate Cloud Flows. So Power Automate divided in the two part, where one part is automatically executed on the server application. It will complete the task. So there are number of benefits with the Power Automate Cloud Flows, and the Automation Anywhere and UiPath, they need a specific machine or hardware to run the their application or whatever the process task they want to do. So Automation Anywhere and UiPath, then Work Fusion, Blue Prism, so Pega, then Intelligent Robotic Process Automation, that SAP part, nice. Each and everyone, they need a hardware machine to run the task. Okay. Now MuleSoft, it's one of the RP tool in the market, so mostly used with the Salesforce application. Then ServiceNow, so people are well aware about the ServiceNow. ServiceNow uh, is mostly used for the support system, and they built their own RPA system to to provide IT support. So inbuilt feature and services they created internally to help their service support team. So that one of the benefits they're getting ServiceNow. Is one of the top RP tool in between 2016 to 2019. So this Work Fusion is built on the Java framework, like Anywhere. So Work Fusion is one of the top tool that time, but it required some heavy infrastructure. So when I say a heavy infrastructure, like they need uh, 16 or 32 GB RAM to run that application. They need 500 gigabyte application. Then they need uh, like heavy server, like a 2 core, like 4 core or 6 core or 8 core kind of server they require to run that application. So that's one of the reason they use the Java framework. So that one of the reason Work Fusion is not um, one of the top RP tool right now as compared to Automation Anywhere or UiPath or Power Automate. Okay, there are few new RP tool like a NewGen, then AgeWork, then Ninetext. So those are the RP tool from last 4 5 years. People are using that, but those are not top RP tool like Automation Anywhere or Power Automate. They provide similar kind of feature, but people started using Automation Anywhere, UiPath. Now UiPath is a public company. So when I say a public company, it's in the share market. Like in US share market, they have their own share. So it's a public company, and that's why they got a funding from the public to to do their business for the marketing purpose and enhance their capability. So that's why UiPath become one of the top RPA tool in the RPA industry. Now, NICE, they have their own RPA features. Now, Appian is used for the low code and RPA kind of feature. Pega, IBM. So even SAP, they provided their own automation framework inside their SAP tool. Like we know that SAP is one of the desktop tool. Then they provide their web applications. Now they are completely on the cloud. So with that, they provide their automation framework, because near about 30-40% or more than 40% organization, they are using SAP to maintain their information. They have around like 250 plus different modules which they can use for the different use, like for the finance, for the operation, for the sales. So for each and every module, we have the automation feature with the SAP Intelligent Robotic Process Automation. So SAP is one of the top ERP system or ERP application in the market, and they are providing their own feature with that as a part of SAP automation. Okay, same Oracle EBS or Microsoft 365 Dynamics. They are one of the they are also ERP system, and they are providing a Power Automate or Cloud Flows to directly connect with the application and run the system. Okay. So these are the top RP tool in the market now. now that's it for that today's session. But I will explain more things. I will share that what other scenario we will cover in our upcoming session. So I think already we shared some Excel file, Excel file where all modules, what are the syllabus we are going to cover. But let me show you that automation anywhere applications. Just give me a moment. I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. Now we have this automation anywhere community edition, and community edition is completely free for all. So we just need to log in. We need to create account on automation anywhere portal, and then we get some there are some application we need to install on our machine. There are a few extension we need to add, and then we get this kind of ID. So this is available. We can use this URL in our Chrome browser, then Microsoft Edge, and we can use this ID on our browser. Okay, so we will cover all these things in our next session, but just for your information, that whatever the information I share, like you can see here in activity. So in activity, we can see this historical or in progress information. Like then we can create the automation, like a create new. So I can create the taskbar here. The file is already created, so that's why it's not allowing us. So we can create the bot, and that kind of feature is directly available on the automation. Okay, now you can see we have number of feature with the automation anywhere A360. So we are using automation anywhere A360 version. We will cover all those version. What are the benefits of automation anywhere A360? What kind of features supported by previous version, like version 10, version 11. So we will compare all those version, and we will cover all those feature with the current version. We will compare those things, and I will explain. Now here you can see we have some demo packages now, Active Directory. So there are a few commands which used by the IT team or networking team to maintain that information. We have different features or command like currency conversion, CSV file, then credential manager, then date time feature, then .NET DLL file. If sometime we need to use some .NET logic, or there are some .NET developers, they want to use some advanced feature, like they want to read some document with their own OCR engine. So we can do that with this .NET DLL feature. Then document extraction, so PDF extraction or image extraction. So then we have
Sorry to interrupt you, Swanand. Can I ask one question? Yeah.
yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Swanand, this is a demo class, right? I am very new to automation anywhere, and like I have also seen that kind of a structure have been shared by the Ankush in that Excel format, right? So it would be great, like if you can just let us know, like what are the things you are gonna cover in this training session, and also I also saw one thing in chat as well, like how this training session is gonna different from the YouTube videos or the recorded session in the market. So if you can give us some idea like how this training session is gonna be, so that would be more helpful for me.
Correct. So whatever the video we saw, so some of the video I saw recently on Automation Anywhere. So they use some basic structure, like a basic structure, like an Excel file, or there are some public applications, and they do not create like any specific environment to show the demo. That's my one of the target, that I will show you some real-time scenario. So I will create that environment with the Salesforce application. I will create some environment, separate web application. So I will use that application and I will show you that how we can automate that desktop application, Salesforce application, then web application. So then whatever the standard coding or standard logic we need to follow while writing a logic, correct? Now Automation Anywhere, they provide their standard standard coding, standard like we need to use this variable naming convention, then we need to put this command. But what are the real reason behind that? What kind of impact will happen if we are not using those standard formats? So I will explain all those scenarios with the real time scenario. Like I will create that kind of scenario while they. Okay, so for each scenario we need to create a different environment, like for the error handling. Okay, so we use the error handling, and sometime we need to implement a retry mechanism. Retry mechanism, like my bot failed in a first attempt, then I need to go for the second attempt or third attempt. Okay, I saw a few developers, they follow this kind of standard, but sometimes they miss to maintain that kind of information in audit log or error log, then automatically like picking from the same page or picking from the same step. Okay, so that kind of real-time logic I will explain in our sessions. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
those are the important factors. Like customer, even I saw a few customer ask, that they want a retry mechanism. Like that process, they took like around 3 to 4 hours to complete that task. Now my bot failed after 2.5 hours, and then once again bot is starting from the first step. Okay, but in that situation we need to avoid those kind of things. If we already process some part like we spend like a 2 hours. Now once again, if we are writing logic, it should start from the same step. Okay, so what kind of condition we need to add and how we can handle that kind of critical situation? What kind of login system, what kind of additional flag system we can create with the help of database or with the help of Excel or with the help of different different file system. So that kind of scenarios we will cover in our session.
Okay, as I understood you well, like uh, you will help us to show the Automation Anywhere tool with your experience, and will help us to like solve the things in a real time scenario. What challenges you face in real time? Is it?
Correct. So from last 7.5, near about like 7.5 years, I'm working on Automation Anywhere. And as I already said, that 8.0 was one of the stable version in that time. Okay, so I started from 9.7. So I know a number of scenarios where most of the RPA fails. Okay, like Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Power Automate. There are a number of scenario or checkpoints we need to do. We need to handle those, because automation, when we are scheduling the bot, there might be a number of scenario. There will be some random scenario will occur at a runtime. So how we can avoid that? How we can handle that? Sometimes some scenario we cannot avoid, but we need to create some logging system. So it will help to the support system or client to understand that. So uh, I wrote number of logic to help the customer, to help the different team, because from last 3 years I'm technical lead, but I'm still learning the logic for the my client. Okay, so I'm solution architect, technical lead, and individual contributor, because customer want me to write the logic for them, because they are getting some better better feature. Because for each and every with the each and every bot, I'm getting I'm adding more feature, I'm providing more scalable architecture for them. Okay, so that kind of scalable thing we will cover, because even I discussed with the Ankush, and he said that how much time you need. So I said I can cover, I can take like around 24 to 28 hour only for the basic thing. Okay, but our plan to cover maximum scenario or real time scenario where we can cover like some advanced feature, which currently I'm using with my different customer, and it's helping them to if anytime any bot fail, for the redeployment mechanism, then data analytics, they just want to check how many records are completed. There are a few scenarios, they have around like 80,000 90,000 record, and they need to maintain that information. So how exactly we are creating analytics to maintain that information. Okay.
Understood.
uh,
And also,
Hope this
like,
helps you.
yeah, I totally understood. Okay, yeah, one more question is here. Like regarding the automation anywhere, I have seen that we have a different version of automation anywhere, and I think companies are like moving to the cloud version, which is automation 360, I guess. So now, on which tool exactly we will like we will be get trained? Will it be automation anywhere other versions, or it would be automation anywhere 360? And also about the community edition and the enterprise edition, which edition we will be get trained?
Correct. So we will train under that. Our basic training we will complete in the community edition. Correct. So around 90 to 95% feature provided in the community edition. So what is the major difference between enterprise and community? Okay. So we need to schedule the bot. Okay. So just like my development is completed and I want to schedule the bot, that kind of feature is not supported in the community. Okay, we need to use the credential vault. Okay, so credential vault is the feature is used in the production environment. So only those feature are part of enterprise edition, but 90% feature is supported in the community edition. Okay, so enterprise, we will cover the enterprise part, or that last 10% part with the enterprise trial version, but it will provide all kind of features. Okay,
Okay,
but
okay.
initially 90%
Is it
we will.
mean like the things which are not available in community edition, right? For a real time scenario, you will cover this scenario like into the enterprise edition, and will cover those
Correct,
things for us. Is it?
correct, correct,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
correctly.
And Swanand, sorry to interrupt you. One is that I have the Excel. So if you want to showcase the topics which we want to show, right, so that I can share the screen. Right. So one is that I have also sent you the mail for that. And guys, just for the other aspect, as compared to, even if the same content, I believe, might be available somewhere or the other, right, even if the content might be just 20% only, which might be extra, right, apart from the training. So I cannot be that sure with respect to that, how different it will be as compared to YouTube, right? But usually this training, this personalized training, where we will be having probably 6 to 7 candidates, or from 5 to 10 people, right? So it is a push towards your learning, right. So usually a person gets lazy, but here it is a push towards doing the hands-on also, right. So it will be more pushing as compared to you doing it on your own. So that aspect also helps.
Yeah. So let me share my screen for that. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the automation in your A360 syllabus, which is a standard syllabus for each and which we covered here with the basic to the advanced. So there are some new things added. Version they have 31 or 32, like A360 V31 or V32. So with the new version, they have added some more feature with the IQ bot, like a document automation. Then there are few additional feature with credential vault. Okay, so that kind of information I will explain with their current automation version. Okay, so how we can refer their automation anywhere website. Okay, that's a very important part, because we are well aware about that automation anywhere tool, but we need the exact information, like where we can find that information, which website, which URL, like which command or which page we need to use to understand that specific part. So I will explain all those things in our session. What are the additional feature automation anywhere is going to add in upcoming 2-3 quarter? What are their plans? So I will explain all those things right now. With the Microsoft Power Automate, they have complete platform like Power BI, Power Apps. Then they have that web pages. Such kind of things are not available in the automation anywhere, but they are currently planning to add such kind of feature. Even UiPath is currently working on that. So such kind of additional information I will explain in our session, which is not part of this specific or basic syllabus or advanced syllabus. That's the upcoming automation in your technology, which I will cover here. Okay. Now you can see like a basic of RPA, like automation history, introduction RPA. So then RPA and emerging ecosystem, then process suitable for RPA. So process suitable for RPA, like it's a very important point for the customer point of view. Okay, even if you want to um, see that, I'll be a few more. Now there are few webinars I have given to the in my previous organization, like how to identify process that need to be automated by RPA. Okay, that's one of the important part, like how exactly we can identify a process. What are the important part we need to consider while identifying that process? So you can go through this webinar. It will help you to identify that. So there are a few one or two more webinar I presented in my previous organization. There are a few other information like AI powered documents extraction with the RPA. Okay, so that one of the SAP automation. Just I explained that SAP also providing the automation. So that kind of AI powered automation feature you can see here. Okay.
Sorry, Swanand, I have one more question. Like, can I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. I was checking the like syllabus, and I found that automation anywhere use JavaScript to do the scripting part, right? And I am very new in JavaScript. Are we going to cover the JavaScript from the basic in this course?
So what our major plan
Like
is
the
to
basic commands which will be utilized into the automation anywhere. Yeah.
So our main focus is to cover the basic command with the automation anywhere. I will show you the .NET, whatever the logic we can write in the JavaScript. So JavaScript, Python script, or VB script are the last option. Okay, with the automation anywhere command, like I will show you that. Okay, now you ask me JavaScript. Okay, so run JavaScript to the browser or JavaScript feature. Okay, so it's part of automation anywhere command. Okay, so if we are not able to capture any web browser object like a text box or button, okay, like in VB script we it's a VB .NET. It's a part of a .NET framework. Okay, so we are using a Microsoft Excel like a VB macro. So if we are not able to perform that operation with the automation anywhere, then we go with the VB script or JavaScript or Python. All those are alternative to the basic automation anywhere feature. Okay, so we will cover the JavaScript, but we will cover the basic part like if any button or any feature is not working. Okay, so what kind of function, what kind of parameter we need to pass. Okay, so I will show you with that JavaScript or Python script or VB script or VB macro. Okay, those are not mandatory part for this automation course. Okay, UI that's VB script or JavaScript or Python script, those are not mandatory. Okay, you can do like a 99% automation or 98% automation with the basic command. Okay, hope you understand. There are only few scenarios like 1% or 2% where we go with the JavaScript, VB script, Python script. So in my last 4-5 years, I'm continuously using Python script. I'm using a .NET DLL. If any feature is not supported by automation anywhere, okay, and that like it's only 1% chance that this kind of feature is not supported by automation anywhere. Okay, is there any other question?
No, I got my answer. Thank you.
Okay, only 1% scenario where we need to use a JavaScript. Okay, and mostly I prefer to go with the Python script because Python script provide a multiple feature, and I will explain all those scenario why Python script is better than JavaScript or VB script. What are the benefit to use a Python script? So we will cover all those topics or in our upcoming sessions. Okay. Sarvesh asks, community free and enterprise paid are just version question will remain same. Yes. So why enterprise is a paid? Okay, because community is only for learning purpose. Okay, if they are providing that import export feature or they are providing scheduling feature, so anyone will use that community edition to develop application without paying any license to the automation anywhere. Okay, so Sarvesh asked that question to me that community free and enterprise paid are just version. uh Sarvesh, are you there? I think he just left. Okay, now as per my limited knowledge, there is a lot of changes in enterprise compared to community, I hope. So there are not like much more difference between community and enterprise. Okay, the reason is that whenever they develop their stable version, first of all they provide to the community. Okay, the reason behind that, they just want some feedback from the different user or from the community, what kind of issues are in the current version. Okay, and if multiple people are using that version, only in that situation they will raise a ticket to the automation engineer that we are facing this issue with the community. Okay, so we can say we are the tester for the automation engineer. Whatever the commands or feature we are using, first of all they are testing those features from our end. Okay, so that's a benefit of community to the automation anywhere. Yes. So enterprise is used by the most organization because there are if you want to buy automation anywhere license, so it's very costly as compared to there are some open source RPA tool or programming or community edition. So for the enterprise, you need to pay some amount like $750 per month, where you will get some bot creator, then control room and runner license. Okay, $750 per month is it's a big amount for an individual person. Okay, so that's why we will cover our basic session with the community edition or 90% syllabus with the community edition. They will then we will create our own environment with the that with the enterprise trial version, where I will explain the difference between automation anywhere community and enterprise edition. Okay, is there any other question?
Is the SAP automation will be covered in this course?
So we do not have that SAP automation license. Like automation, they do not provide like a open source or community edition. But I will show some real time scenarios. Okay, so I will explain those. But you cannot create at your end because you need access to that SAP environment. But yes, I will cover most of the SAP scenario here, SAP automation or Salesforce automation. So we need a separate, license for that. But yeah, we will do that. We will cover all those things. Okay. Is there any other question?
Yes, yes. One question for the training type, like how this training is gonna be. Is it on a weekly train? Like it's a regular training for the weekdays or in the weekends only? And what would be the timings or like the time duration for this training? And in how much months we are gonna complete the whole course?
Correct. So my target is to complete in 30 hours. Okay, but I prefer to spend more time based on the your understanding. Okay, now if there are 5 people or 10 people, so it's not I'm not saying that it's easy or sometimes it's easy for few people and sometimes it's hard. So uh, I will maybe I will take more time as per the each candidate. So my focus initially to spend some time with each candidate, where if they are facing any challenges, to resolve them. So basically, we will cover during the weekends on Saturday and Sunday. So it's minimum 2 to 3 hours. So that's our basic plan. Even I will support in some situation where you are facing challenge during a weekday, but it's based on my availability.
So, Prince, like we have seen that usually just the training on just Saturday and Sunday, it gets delayed because of some festival on Saturday, Sunday, because of trainer unavailability, right? So some sessions get cancelled, and because of that, even it's a disconnect, right? So we probably will try to have one session in the weekday, one session probably in the weekday.
Ankush, actually, like for me, I don't know about the others. Like, I'll prefer to do weekend trainings because, yeah, I cannot attend any sessions in the weekday due to the office work, and that is why I'll prefer the weekend sessions.
We will try to keep it short on weekday. If the session we are conducting, we'll try to make it of 1 hour. Usually for weekends, it is like a 2 hour. But in the weekdays, we'll try to keep it 1 hour, right? Although we'll decide it on the basis of uh, on the basis of the candidates that we have in, right. Usually, if we have the candidates from US, we have to keep it either morning or evening, right? Like either 8 a.m. in the morning, 7 p.m. in the evening. So usually those do not collide with the office timings, even if the office timings are till 6, the training will start even after 7, right? It will be either after 7 or it will be at like 8 to 9. So those might be the timings. Although after the we get the paid candidates, right? So we'll see which is the favorable time for you guys to connect together.
Mm-hmm. Can I take this thing as like we are not gonna have any session in the weekdays, more than one session, and like it is not gonna be longer than 1 hour in
Yes, yes.
weekdays?
It won't be longer because, but yes, it won't be longer than 1 hour. That is for
Uh-huh.
sure. And the time definitely will not be much on weekdays. But
Mm-hmm.
means as the training, you'll feel that, right. If you try to get 1 hour in the weekdays, that really helps things to build the continuity of the things. At
Mm-hmm.
times if one Saturday Sunday you skip, then it will, even if you try to complete the course in 2 months, uh,
Mm-hmm.
it somehow gets difficult.
Okay.
Although we'll see, although that is
Mm-hmm.
a final thing, right? That is a final thing. And we will,
Mm-hmm.
even if someday you miss some session, right, we will have recordings for all the sessions. So till now we have conducted 2 batches for UiPath, one for
Mm-hmm.
Power Automate and Power Apps, right? Any session that you miss, probably we will have the recordings for that. So that is not a concern.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
So
Mostly, it
Prince,
will be a mutual decision. It will be a mutual decision with the candidates, that it should not be a problem. Even for if you supposedly you miss 5% of the classes, that is okay. But
Mm-hmm.
we'll try to ensure that you don't miss more than that. If that is not feasible, we won't keep it even for a single day in weekdays. If there is no feasibility for that, if you cannot attend it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got you, got you. Thank
so Prince, yeah. So in addition with that, I can say that if any time, like if you are not available during weekend or any session, you can go through the video, and I will help you with those questions or any challenges you are facing. So that's one of the important part I will cover separately. Except the sessions, if you need a separate help anytime, uh, that's my job, and I will help you to understand each or clear your concept or issues.
you. Yeah, understood. Okay, one thing, like I don't think it is related to the session or not. Like, can you just let us know about the certification for the automation anywhere? Uh,
Okay. So,
yeah.
Prince, currently you're working with, as you said that you are working. Okay, so you're working with any company or partner company, or I just want to know what your organization. Yeah.
No. Actually, I'm currently working with Capgemini as a RPA developer, and we do not have any partner. Like, I'm not aware regarding certification cost you are asking. I think. So yeah, I'll try to bear that cost on me. But yeah, although I want to just have a like quick knowledge, like in how many level this certification is, and how like cost and other things is related to
Okay,
the
okay,
certification.
okay. So for the advanced certification, you need to pay $50, and for the master, I think $100. But I just need to check the recent cost. But as per my knowledge, Capgemini is uh, the partner automation in your partner, and maybe you will get that certification without paying anything or any charges. Okay, so I will help you to complete that certification if that Capgemini is the partner. So I will explain all those scenarios, and I will help you. I will provide proper dump to clear that exam.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I have all so I'm master certified. I know what kind of preparation we required to complete that certification. uh, Even I know that if you're not registered partner, what other alternatives or what other options we can use to get certification.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there any question from anyone? So we're going the same topics. Okay. Okay. I think that's it from for today's session. That's it from my end. Ankush, do you have anything here to add?
No, Swanand, we are good. You can just means we can stop the recording, and I think we are good. So we'll post this recording there.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
please share that Excel training Excel into that group?
Yes, that has already been there. So automation anywhere group. So the Excel already is there. We'll share it again.
Thank you.